But baby got back. Baby got back. What's up, then? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Miriam, and today baby, we have ourselves some barbecued ribs. I thought this would be a good recipe idea since we're coming close to Labor Day, so I'm gonna stop talking. Hey boy, and let's dig her. I'm squealing already. So I think I'm gonna start with this end here because I think this is the fattiest. So I think I'm gonna start with this end. And it had time to rest. I'd say probably about 10 minutes. Oh, look at that. Okay, look at that. Oh, Jesus. You gonna see she juicy? Come on, look at that. Ooh, oh Lord have mercy. Oh, I wanted to show you guys the bottom real quick. The bottom did get charred quite a bit. I wanted to get some flame on it, so it got charred quite a bit. So, but okay, guys, here we go. Stop talking. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. This is salted perfectly. And then some of you might want your meat like fall off the bone, but it has a slight tug, but the juiciness, it's so good. The salt, the flavors, it's perfect. have a friend of mine who likes his ribs just like mine. It's a slight pull. Not like you pick it up and it's just falling. But these have that slight pull that... Mmm. Mmm. These are the ribs from Butcher Box. I did a sponsorship with them. Mmm. It's juicy. Oh man, I'll get rid of that bone, child. Oh, this is the chewy side. On my grill, it was on for like 2 hours. Growing up, we used gas grill, but it's nothing like charcoal. Excuse me. It's so good. I just haven't done them in a long time. Please forgive me. I'm making such a mess. I'll make one more piece. Ooh. Much better. This going towards the inside, much better. Much more tender. That is so good. Come on, focus. Look at that. Oh, talk about perfect. Excuse my nails. I have like sauce and turned out so delicious. So how are you guys doing today? How are you doing? I'm doing just fine. I'm not a fan of all that fat, so I'm eating around it. But baby got back. Baby got back. Okay, I'm gonna get to the topic at hand, okay? I'm gonna set this aside. And I have some notes. This is just gonna be brief. If you guys want me to do a longer video, leave a comment down below. But as the title, I wanted to kind of talk to you guys really quickly about, you know, if you're thinking about starting up a YouTube channel, if you're already started and you feel like it's going kind of slow, just some tips and tricks that helped me as I was getting started. So I have some notes here. So sorry if you see me keep looking down, I'm looking at these notes. So number one, do your research. I've seen a guy at the time, and he told me that before you, you know, get focused or started on anything, you should do at least 1,000 hours of research. I'm like, I'm not doing 1,000 hours worth of research. I just want to get started with YouTube. He couldn't be more than right. I didn't probably do 1,000 hours, but between working night shift and on my days off, because I was a full-time nurse, full-time registered nurse, and between working night shift and on my days off, I'd do a lot of research. So I didn't probably get 1,000 hours, but probably close to, I say 300 to 400 hours of research. And I'm talking about everything, because everything that you want to know about YouTube, I learned from YouTube. Everything from the dimensions of a thumbnail, from my camera equipment, my lighting equipment, what worked for me, what didn't work for me, from editing software, thumbnail software, you name it. I learned from YouTube. Every single thing I learned from YouTube. I didn't even Google it. I just learned it from YouTube. So do your research, about, what tips and tricks that you need to do to kind of get your videos to go up in search. Like, for instance, I'm gonna give you guys an example. I learned that if you type in, maybe, let's say your title of your video is how to bake a cake. So you want to be more specific. You want to type in into the search bar of YouTube, how to make a cake. Well, you're going to come up with 10,000 things of how to make a cake. But if you be a little bit more specific and say how to make a chocolate cake, it's going to give you ways to word it that's high in search. So what happens is you type in how to bake a chocolate cake. The top 10, what YouTube is going to give you the top 10 choices that are frequently searched on YouTube or even Google. So choose one of those titles will be best to go from there. And there are also other things that, other tools that you can find out, like TubeBuddy. I downloaded that with the quicks because that helps you that gave me a lot of insight on how to title my videos and how to put a lot of the, what are they called? I'll caption what it's called. I can't think of it at the top of my head. But the little thing in the box to let you know that when people are also searching, what they want to look for on YouTube, it'll put those up as well. So number 2, know your niche. So know what category that you want to do in YouTube, whether it's auto, whether it's beauty, whether it's education, because people come to YouTube for 2 reasons. And that is, number 1, and not in any particular order, but number 1, to be entertained, and number 2, for information and education. So number 1, to be entertained. Number 2, information/education. That's the only 2 reasons why people come to YouTube. So find out what niche that you're going to go into, because it's good. Nobody should tell you what your niche is. And I heard Jay-Z say that. People come to me all the time, I want to do YouTube, but I don't know what to do. If you don't know what to do, you may not be quite ready. So nobody should tell you what your niche is. And there's so many people have cleaning techniques. You know what I mean? There's information for everybody. And there's different things that you can do within your niche that's specific to you and to your audience. That's going to draw your audience even more to you. Number 3, I say, is consistency. Now, I have lacked on this part, but like anything, I give everything about a good hardcore 6 months. So the first 6 months on my YouTube channel, I posted 3 days a week. I gave it all that I could. And I put my all into it. I was just like, I'm going to do this. And this first 6 months, I wasn't getting paid, mind you. I wasn't getting paid. So be consistent. And that means to post when you say you're going to post, and because your audience is looking for you. So they want to see you. They want your information. They want your content. So they want you to be available to them. And also give your audience what they want, but at the same time still be true to yourself. Okay? Like, for instance, I have a cooking show. So I take a lot of suggestions from you all about what to fix next or what to cook next, but I put my little twist on it, of how I maybe want to do it. You might ask for a lemon cake, and I'll do like a lemon cake with icing or something like that. You know what I mean? Just as an example. So still stay true to yourself and be consistent. That's especially in the very beginning. You know what I mean? Because they're looking for you and they're looking for your information, and they just enjoy watching you, enjoying seeing you. So also with that consistency, it's a lot of work in the beginning, because what I did was I went onto other YouTubers who were in my niche, and I looked at their videos and I comment on those videos. It was like having 2 jobs. So I had actually 3 jobs. I had 1 job as a registered nurse. The job number 2 was doing my YouTube channel, and then job number 3 was looking at other channels and commenting on their videos. You're like, oh my gosh, because I kind of did this sub for sub thing. You sub to my channel, I sub to your channel. We look at each other's content. We make comments on each other's content, how well we did and all that kind of stuff, just to kind of build your own community within each other. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of you who watch me also watch KC Connection. You also watch Steph and Tosh. You also watch Dame Dash. You watch Bloves Life. In fact, I always have such great gratitude for Bloves Life, because her mention brought my channel from 5,000 subscribers up to 20,000 subscribers within less than like a week. And I'm always truly grateful to her for that. It was a lobster video that I did. So it's about, so be consistent, you know, with your content and putting your content. It's a lot of work. When you're getting started, it's a lot of work. A lot of work people don't understand. We're like, all you do is just post videos. Well, you want your material to be good, and you want people to come back and see you. So you're going to do more than just post a video. You know what I'm saying? So be consistent. The last one, and number 4, is use your tools. I already mentioned use your tools. I talked about TubeBuddy, the things that you use to edit your videos. I use Wondershare. It's very, very, very simple. I am not a tech girl, so I want to go as simple as possible. I use Wondershare to edit my videos, and then I use Canva as well as Pixlr for my thumbnail. I really want to upgrade and upstage and do something bigger with my videos, you know what I mean? And just, you know, bring about a change into the content. And that's what you have to do. You kind of have to change with the times in order to bring in a new audience. And then lastly, but certainly not least, be yourself. Everyone loves authenticity. And the more authentic you are, the more true that you are, the more people will enjoy your content as well. I cannot stress that enough. The way you see me on camera is the same way I am in real life. All the dancing, all the, hey darling, hey baby, and flirtatious, and all. I'm like that in real life. That's just my personality, and that's just how I am. I'm very honest with you guys. If I tasted something or if I've eaten something, I'm just very authentic. When you're forcing something, I know we have a lot of, you know, videos and TikToks that are parodies. You know what I mean? Where you're kind of doing a stage acting thing, and that's cool. You know what I mean? That's great. But there's still some authenticity and some realness about your parody that makes it attractive. It's when you do little pranks and little situations that look so staged and so forced, and so when you just try so hard that it looks unreal. You know what I mean? Like, I pray to God I'm not stepping on somebody's toes, but I'm pretty sure I am. Just be as authentic as you can. Even in your pranks, be as authentic as you can. Make it as real life-like as possible, so that your audience feels like, you know, this is truly, you know, it's like truly happening. It just has to be some authenticity about you and about your heart, because people can see through that. People will be able to see through that, your authenticity. So be true. That's my tip number 5. Be true, be authentic, even in a prank, even in whatever dialogue that you give, whatever content that you give. But again, I can go in depth even more. If you guys want to see a video about that, I would love to go in depth on each step that I just talked about. But that's what's helped me. And, you know, I believe that's what helped me, and a lot of prayer. You know what I mean? Because I asked God, like, all right, God, I said, I want to do this. If this is for me, I want to do this. I want to be, you know, I want it to grow and everything like that, because I'm always honest with you guys. The reason why I started YouTube was because I wanted to make extra money. I wanted to make extra money doing something that I love to do, and which is to cook. Well, which is to eat. I love to eat first, then I love to cook. But I wanted to do something outside of nursing because nursing is so stressful. And it's something now that I do full time, and I love it. You know, I have times where I take breaks, I take times off. I need to work on my communication and consistency better with you guys, because I feel like the more that I post, the more that you guys tune in. And I'm greatly appreciative to all of you. So help me out, get me to 1 million. Get me to 1 million. It's coming slowly, but it's sure to come. And I'm so grateful for all of you guys who've been sticking around since the beginning. So this is a lengthy video, more lengthy than usual. But I just really wanted you guys to really kind of see where I'm coming from and everything like that. So be authentic. So let's recap. Research, know your niche, consistency, you'll use your tools, and then lastly, be all your authentic self. And you should do really well. You know what I mean? And with it, give it a good year. You know what I mean? Just give it your all, a good year, you know? And if things don't work out for you, or if you feel like things aren't working out for you, maybe leave it a while and then come back. Leave it a while and come back, because you might have a new idea or a new thing that you might want to do. So, okay, I love you guys. And if you are new to the channel, baby, welcome. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for being a part of the fam. As always, I greatly appreciate all of you. God bless you. And I have some videos that helped me. It's about 3 or 4 videos that helped me when I first got started. And that #1 video is Bloves Life. Her video. I followed her instructions to the T. When I mean to the T, to the T. I followed every single step. I cannot stress that enough. Watch that video. I'm gonna link it down below. God bless you. See y'all in the next video. Peace.